It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Bier Brewery and it's a bottle of JoeHoe LenteBier. This is a strong style saison at 5.6% ABV. It's got a black bottle cap. And the reason why this beer was brewed, I just had to go and look up on Google, to be honest, LenteBier. So LenteBier was brewed by monks for the Lent, the 40-day fasting they did back in the day. And it was brewed for extra nutrition. So, of course, when you were only allowed to, I don't know, eat after dark or whatever it was, I don't know what the fasting and Lent, you know, I can only go about 3 or 4 hours and I'm starving hungry. I got to have something to eat. I couldn't imagine going as long as they did without food and whatnot. But anyway, they brewed this for extra nutrition to help with their Lent period. Bier Brewery from the Netherlands. I got a letter to talk about this beer. We'll get to that in a moment, but I want to get it out first and foremost into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. We got a 1 to 2 finger white head. Good levels of carbonation rolling up the glass. It's amber, straw coloured, amberish and hazy. Looks very nice. Very, very nice looking beer. Fair play. Look at that. Great quality look. Look at the carbonation as I rock the beer back and forth. You can see that carbonation rising up the side of the glass. It looks absolutely wonderful. Let's get the aroma then. Now for me, this is more of a tutti fruity, hoppy, tropical pale ale aroma rather than a saison, which Google and the internet told me it was. Saying that, there is a little bit of breadiness coming through. There is a bit of kind of yeast spiciness, if you like. A little bit of earthiness. God, this could be a real test of my beer drinking kind of palate skills, couldn't it? Eh? I remember when I first started in this trade, a very quick story before I get into this. I just smiled to myself then, because whenever I say the word palette, I think of that wooden thing that you put things on. And a famous female beer writer, I spelt palette wrong. I spelt palette as in, the wooden thing that you store stuff on. Forklift trucks pick the pallets up and move them around warehouses and stuff. I spelt it like that because I got a building background. I'm an apprentice. I was an apprentice carpenter. Went on to carpentry and site management and everything else. So when somebody mentioned pallet to me, I was like, oh yeah. Okay, that's how to spell that. And I spelt it as pallet. And this female beer writer, she soon corrected me. She said, take one L away. It's not a wooden raft on the floor. I'll never forget that story. I'll never forget that quite embarrassing incident. Yeah, but it smells okay. Should we dive in? Cheers, everybody. Yeah, very hoppy. It's a little bit Saison-like. It's a little bit kind of earthy, slightly horse blankety, spicy, peppery. But it's very hoppy at the same time. It's a really hoppy Lent beer. It's nice, it's very floral, very flowery, it's got a nice kind of creamy, rich mouthfeel to it. Spicy, peppery, bitter, stinging nettle. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of leaning towards... I almost want to say it's almost leaning towards being as refreshing as like an unfiltered lager. Something along those lines. I just finished reviewing an unfiltered lager. And there's a lot in that LenteBier that reminds me of the unfiltered lager that I've just reviewed. It's very, the characteristics are very similar. I mean, it's unfiltered for a start. It kind of... I mean, if you've recently seen my Star of Praven unfiltered review versus Stella unfiltered, you'll see that this clearly looks very similar to the Star of Praven unfiltered. But this is far more hoppier. This has got a lot more kind of hops going on, a lot more of that kind of malt quality, a lot more of that kind of yeast, horse blanket kind of... It is pushing into kind of Saison territory, but it's quite a unique beer. I quite like this LenteBier, you know. I'm not sure if I've had one before. Starts off really sweet. And ends up quite bitter, but tutti fruity and kind of almost like blackberry and blueberry bushes and raspberry flavours coming through. It's quite nice, very nice actually, very nice. Let's find it on the list then. Brewery JoeHoe. It is called JoeHoe. The name of this brewery explains itself. All the names of their beers are word plays on Dutch birds. JoeHoe, pronounced Yo-ho, is a play on words on the sound an owl makes in Dutch. Woohoo! For all we know, this beer could be brewed by an actual owl. Another one of their beers is called Swansing. So these beers were sent by Jalma, Mez, Kaz, Saib and Days. Very, very cool. And they sent me what the letter, I mean the paper, this wonderful paper that this is written on is, I fancy I could keep this paper forever type of thing. You know, you could put one of those red wax kind of stamps on this and keep it folded forever and put it up in the bar somewhere. I don't think anybody's ever sent me such quality kind of written paper. I really like it. Okay, back of the bottle. What does it say? I haven't got a clue. It's all in Dutch. Bier donker en kool bewaren. I think that says beer strong, beware. Pregnant women driving tractors shouldn't drink this beer whilst being pregnant and driving a tractor, it says as well on the back here. I'm going to rate this. I like it. Beer and smack. Blimey. I really like this one. It's really good. It's really refreshing, really drinkable, really quite lovely actually. It's a 9 out of 10. Stone the Crows, 9 out of 10. My first introduction to a Lent beer. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!